Hello everyone. Thank you for watching my channel today. I want to talk about my first adjustment. I had my third appointment since I got braces on January 18th. Was my third appointment last Thursday, and it was my first adjustment that I had. And they said that next month that I go in, I should get my bottom braces on because right now I only have my top braces on. And I'm not sure if you can tell, but I pretty much have the clear brackets. I signed up to get the clear brackets in general, but they had to put the regular silver kind back here on my molars for the top, and I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do for the bottom. I hope it's more clear next time because you do pay more for clear. So I hope it's not going to be where, like I've seen with some people on YouTube, they only have clear on the top and then bottom on and then silver on the bottom, all silver. Hopefully, it's more clear on the bottom next time. And the assistant is the one that told me that I should be getting my bottom ones on. I forgot to ask the actual orthodontist, but I did remember to ask him about the toothpaste that I was using. This citrus splash toothpaste, and the only concern that I had, because I love the flavor, was, I was very confused about whether or not we should be using whitening toothpaste, and my suspicion was confirmed that it is actually okay to use that kind of toothpaste. This again is the Crest Complete Whitening Plus Scope toothpaste, so pretty much any flavor is okay to use when you have braces. And he said that it would actually be ideal for clear braces because of the potential for staining on the clear braces. So he actually was very much in support of me using that toothpaste. And I've heard different opinions online. I've read different opinions from different people. And I'm just happy that I confirmed it with my orthodontist in person that it was okay to use that. So I would assume that it's okay for anybody to use that with braces. So I wasn't interested in 3D white. That's a different issue. But he was very good at answering my questions. So basically, I went in there, and yes, I was a little bummed out about not getting my braces on the bottom teeth. I was crossing my fingers and hoping that I would be getting them because originally he told me that I was only going to have to wait for a month after January 18th, after I first got my braces on the top. He said it was going to take a month to get the bottom ones on. And for the second time that I went in there when I didn't get them on, I was pretty disappointed by that. But the third month, as I was approaching last week until Thursday, I did have this strange suspicion that I would not be getting them on the third time because it's been taking forever for this one tooth to move. This one right here, you might barely be able to see it now because it has moved a little bit since then. They tightened the wire and they put a spring under this tooth. And I know it's kind of hard to see that, but basically this tooth is, as you might be able to tell, it's kind of pushed up against all the other ones. And I've seen other cases where people had two teeth that were kind of pushed up like that, and this one tooth is like that, and they put a spring under it. There's no bracket on that tooth yet. They put a spring under it, and so that they could make more room for that tooth. And right away, I could tell that there was space between. I mean, that very night that I had the appointment, I went and flossed, and already I could feel a difference. So I'm happy about that. It is very much a noticeable difference, and I have been feeling some noticeable differences. And I want to also just quickly share my routine. Right now, I'm just using this, of course, a few times a day. And in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, I use this. And I think I mentioned this before. This is just the Listerine Ultra Clean antiseptic, and it's the fresh citrus flavor of mouthwash. And sometimes I use the regular flavor. I love both of them, and I prefer this to the mint one. And it's not too minty, even though it still has menthol in it, but it's still very good. And it does have alcohol, but honestly, I do not feel in any way that the alcohol is harming my teeth. It never dries my mouth out or anything. In fact, sometimes I use this at night before I go to bed. I usually use this in the morning, but I feel like this is pretty good for people with braces because when you have braces on, flossing and brushing does not get rid of everything. So I was kind of against mouthwash a couple of years ago, especially the alcoholic ones. And to be honest with you, I definitely see the need for mouthwash, at least when you have braces on. And at nighttime, however, I want to say that I usually use. Sorry about that. I usually use this one right here. This, I know this is kind of funny. This is the kids one, Act mouthwash. I've always used Act. This is a really good flavor, but I will say that, you know, I know some people are going to say, well, that's for kids, you can't use it, but actually, able, because this is just as good as the regular Act. And I want to say that a lot of people use the Braces Care Act mouthwash, and that's fine. A lot of people with braces definitely buy that and are frustrated when they can't find it at Target or whatever. It's pretty hard to find, I see that. But what I want to say about the Braces Care Act mouthwash, personally, I don't like the flavor of that. I know I mentioned that before, but I really like the flavor of this because it's not minty and there's no citrus flavor available. But that's the only reason I'm using it, to have something to go with this. It's more of a fruity flavor. And the only reason why I like these flavors is because they're mild. I find mint to be way too strong, so I tend to stick with the non-mint flavors. And the only bad thing I have to say about the Braces Care one, just in case you don't know, it has a lesser concentration of sodium fluoride, and this, however, has the same concentration that the adult versions of Act have. So that's why this is okay to use. You know, it's all up to you. So basically, I just wanted to talk about how my third appointment went and basically just review the products that I had been using. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for joining me once again, and I will see you next time.